Welcome back to Speargrass Forge. If you're new here, thanks for coming. If you're coming back, thanks for returning. Today, I'm going to be attempting to make a simple barbecue spatula. Stick around. Basically what I'm going to be doing today is attempting to make just a simple point like you would on a leaf and flatten that out in order to make somewhere for the spatula to actually attach to, and then we'll be spreading that out, making the point and then spreading it out in order to give the actual spatula head somewhere to attach to. And it's just going to be a simple handle, round this out a bit more, create a hook on the end. Something nice and simple. It's not going to be too flash, nothing too strenuous. Nice and simple. Living in Australia, of course, depending on where you live, just about any day is a good day for a barbecue, provided it's not raining, and even then I know some people that are barbecuing in the rain too. So just bring this down to a point so it looks nice and pretty. Just going to isolate that out a bit and go from there. This is a nice, quick, easy forging. To do it with, I'm currently using 12mm bar. Do it with 12mm round, do it with 12mm square and roll it off. It's not for heavy duty use, it's only for barbecue flipping. So, up on the edge like a leaf. Like I said, we're treating this pretty much like we would forging a leaf. That's just going to be the bit that attaches to the handle. Now, I'm not going to punch holes in this today. I'm just going to drill them because of the I'm going to attach them with some copper rivets, and they're only thin. Like I said, this is not heavy duty, so we don't need to make it so. So what I'm going to do is cool off this end, reheat this end, forge this into a bit of a loop, right? And that should be enough for a decent barbecue spatula, plus, you know, that much. Now, making sure that this is off to the side, so that when I do this, it's scrolling to the side, not... Alrighty, so the handle's now pretty much done. That's just, doesn't have to be a pretty loop, it's just there to hang the tool just in case I need to hang up the side of the barbecue or whatnot. So now, I'm going to get on to doing the head. Okay, so this is just a piece of 316 stainless steel that come from an old kitchen sink. So I've got to get rid of this crap on the back. It's from old glue or something like that. I'll grind that off a little bit later. I'll scrape it off or heat and burn it off. But all I've done is I've just marked it up so I can cut these edges square. I've marked out the joining area, just so that I know where it's roughly going to sit. And I'm just going to round out these corners a little bit on this ridge. We get something round. So just mark off these edges. Just give me a nice little round shoulder. I'll probably grind them out a little bit later, but for now, just to give me an idea of where I'm cutting, make it nice and round. This is just a spray can of lubricant. The lubricant I use for my blower. So there we go. So I'll just go and cut these off, clean it up a bit, and I'll come back and show you the finished result in a moment. So now, just doing a little bit of sanding, just take some of the crap off, also to bring it back to a nice, hopefully bring it back to a relatively nice shine. So currently just using 120 grit wet and dry, just in this nice little convenient swivel vise. It swivels on in 3 dimensions, which is really handy for doing stuff like this where you don't want to be working upright. Also gives me a chance to park my butt and really go at it. So I'll get this. I'll keep doing this, and I'll be back in a moment. Just up to 120. Sorry, 1200. Sorry, started at 120, went to 400. Now I'm at 1200 grit. Now I'm not trying to take all the blemishes out. I still want to have that little bit of a hand forged look about it, but I'll just bring it back up to a moderate polish on the main body of it and the parts where I can, just so that it looks nice and flat. Looks like I put a little bit of effort into it, which I have. Yeah, do something to it nice. So this is just the front part of the blade so far. And the spatulated end. Just run them back the other way to get all the scratches out of it. And we'll have a bow peep at what that looks like in just a moment. Look at that. Nice and shiny, not quite a mirror finish, but that looks really, really nice. I'm liking that. Righty, so flip it around and we'll keep going with the rest of it. That's one side at the moment, and that's the other side at the moment. A little bit more scratchy. It's only gone up to 400 grit the other side. So I'm going to take that to 1200 grit now and see how it turns out. One of the cool things I'm just noticing about hand sanding is you can watch the transformation as you move up the grits. But not only that, when you transition from one direction to the other, you can see the scratches almost polish out. Turn back, going back this way a bit. Yeah, and back this way. And that is really rather cool. That is it now. I reckon that looks rather good. Still a couple of marks in there from the forging. I flattened it out and stuff like that, but that's okay. I like that. Makes it look rustic. Rustic's a nice way of saying unfinished, isn't it? Okay, so now we'll just I'll mark out the where the handle's going to sit. Come over and drill out the holes, and then we'll see about pinning this in. Alrighty, so just cleaned off the handle a little bit with just a wire brush, and give it that nice shiny look. Now I'm just going to roughly mark out where this sits. Always rub it off a little bit later, just so that. And then I'm going to go drill the holes in this. So I reckon one about there, one about there, and one about there. Alright, so let's go prepare these copper pins. Just so so we can get the right drill bit, and we'll go from there. Alrighty, let's see if I can get this thing drilled. So the pin stock, which is actually brass, not copper, fits through perfectly, nice and smoothly. So go cut a couple of rivets off, just long enough to fit through this stock and the stainless steel spatula head, and we'll go from there. So now, just to quickly mark the holes and drill out the holes on the actual spatula head. Okay, so just tapping them in just lightly with a centre punch. We're not doing it too hard, we're just marking the steel. And 3. Right, so I'm just going to go quickly drill those and I'll be back in a moment. I'm back, they're drilled, and they line up perfectly. Look at that, well that's what I expected. Alright, so now, let's already pre-cut one. Alright, so I've got the first pin in. The back looks a little bit, how's it going? I'm going to file that off in a minute, but I'm just going to try and put these 2 rear pins in first, just so it holds it together while we're working. So I just used a washer and a nut just to do the preliminary rivet set. Just going to measure it out. So we only need not much. You don't need much at all. So about there. So right about there for one pin. It's only about 2 or 3 mil long. Back, where's the other one against it? I don't know if you can see that, not very long at all. Not even a length of my fingernail. And of course I just lost the mark. I'm just going to cut this into some fabric so it doesn't go bouncing away. Righty, so let's try this. There, and then, oop. There, out of the way. So top there, cut that through. Right, so we'll just start gently pinning the top. I'll flip it over. Whoops. And we'll do the same thing on the other side. And there. Gentle pinning. And guess what? That's not going anywhere. Of course, they're going to need a little bit of a clean up. that's okay. Do with that file with a file shortly. So on to the last one. Same thing. So that's fairly solid. So I'm going to give it a bit of a clean up for these ones on the back. I'll come back in a moment. A little bit of a clean up later, and that's her done. Probably not the flashiest rivets in the world there, but hey, worked for me. So there we go. One stainless steel spatula. I think that looks pretty good. Not too bad a job for me, first effort, if I do say so myself. Thanks for watching. If you like what you saw, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. I try to release a video every week. Also, check out the links to previous videos and some of the things I like to watch just here, and also just down here to subscribe for my channel. And don't forget, leave a comment and let me know what you think. And if this inspired you to do something else. So, have a great day. Thanks for watching. Cheers.